the Indian cultural footprint in America is becoming impossible to miss. After the enormous Hindu temple in New Jersey attracted global attention, another ambitious project is now taking shape in North Carolina. A massive Lord Murugan statue and temple campus. The statue is planned in Moncure in Chatham County, North Carolina. The proposed Murugan statue itself, it will be about 155 feet tall, standing on a pedestal of approximately 35 feet, and that would give the structure a total height of about 190 feet from the ground to the top. Let me tell you, that is taller than the Statue of Liberty. In the meantime, the project is being planned on around 130 acres of land, which will eventually become a large temple and cultural campus. It's a proud moment for South Indians, by the way. North Carolina, the state, has become an important destination for the growing South Indian community. And yes, particularly here we are talking about people from Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka. And yes, this is a place where Lord Murugan is deeply reserved. The temple will not simply be a place of worship, by the way. The wider campus is being planned as a cultural and community space where future generations can remain connected to the Indian traditions. Well, the project is being developed in phases here. The first phase includes site preparation, the main temple, 3 gopurams and roads around the campus. It is approximated to cost about $3 to $5 million. The complete project is expected to cost more than $10 million, with funding coming largely from the donations here. In the meantime, Indian immigrant organizations, South Indian community, devotees and fundraising initiative have all contributing to this prestige project further. And that is perhaps the most interesting part of the entire story. Indian communities are not simply taking Indian traditions with them to America today. They are building permanent institutions over there. You name it, temples, cultural centers and community spaces that may remain for generations and maybe decades now. And you know what? This is more than a statue. It is a symbol that Indian American identity is becoming a permanent part of America's cultural landscape. An Indian entrepreneur has accused an American fashion brand of repacking a traditional Indian sari as a Western style dress, basically triggering a debate about cultural appropriation. Arshia Moorjani, founder of beauty brand Mary's Story, called on the US-based fashion label JWPEI over its botanical, embellished, draped overlay, the maxi dress. In fact, her argument was simple here. The design looks remarkably similar to a traditional Indian sari. Well, Moorjani questioned why a garment with such a strong resemblance to a sari was being marked as a new Western silhouette rather than acknowledging its Indian roots. And yes, this is where the whole conversation that becomes bigger than just one dress or just one sari. For millions of Indians, the sari is not simply another fashion trend. It's a garment with centuries of history, regional variations and cultural meaning. The debate over cultural appropriation, it is not really new in the United States. The debate over cultural appropriation, it's not really new. But social media has completely changed the scale of the conversation. Earlier, a fashion brand could borrow an element from another culture and perhaps face very little public scrutiny. Today, an Indian creator can spot the design, make a video and reach millions of people within hours just to educate them that, hey, this is not a maxi, this is Indian sari. Now suddenly a product launch can become a debate about credit, ownership, inspiration and cultural recognition. There is also a larger question here, by the way. When does inspiration become limitation? Well, fashion has always borrowed across cultures. Designers do take idea from different countries, tradition, historical period. But the debate begins when something deeply rooted in one culture is presented as an entirely new invention somewhere else. Now, ladies and gentlemen, whether one agrees with Moorjani's criticism or not, the whole incident shows how quickly cultural conversation can now cross the borders.